Headlines: First made in Nigeria cell phone debuts. Nigerian software developer creates Twitter substitute.
Commitment, love, and belief in my country.
Guterres set for second term in UN. Hello and welcome to Trust News Update. I am Martia Umar. Nigerian Stored Product Research Institute says between 2018 and 2020, it imported a total of 105,000 metric tons of tomatoes valued at 16 billion naira to meet demands. The institute, however, wonders why the country that produces 2.3 million metric tons of tomatoes yearly is not among major exporters of the products. The first made in Nigeria cell phone is presented to President Muhammadu Buhari on Wednesday by Minister of Trade and Investment Adeniyi Adebayo. The phone, according to the minister, is produced by Electronics Technology Department of Industrial Training Fund's Model Skills Center using locally sourced materials. Adebayo said that the center has produced 12 indigenous mobile phones. In another development, a Nigerian software developer, Adeniyi Adebayo, says he's creating an alternative platform to Twitter named Eagle for Nigerians, following the suspension of the microblogging platform in Nigeria.
When I first heard about the federal government decision to suspend Twitter in the country, I was a bit angry, but later felt this could be an opportunity for me to showcase my talents. Thus, I decided to create a platform which will serve as a substitute for Twitter, and I named it Eagle. I derived this name Eagle from the Nigerian coat of arms to show my commitment, love, and belief in my country. I hope this innovation will be beneficial to Nigeria and all Nigerians.
Crisis is brewing in the National Assembly as minority caucus in the Senate and House of Representatives ask Nigerians to ignore suspension placed on the use of Twitter. The House of Representatives on Tuesday resolved to summon Information Minister Lai Mohammed to explain the reason behind the ban, but minority members walked out from plenary, insisting the ban must be reversed.
Persons that are using Twitter unlawfully, a responsible government will fish out such persons. A responsible government will sort out our issues with Twitter without the bandwagon effect on Nigerians, innocent Nigerians that have committed no crime. We have therefore called on the House. Of course, the resolution of our leadership was not debated, else we would have had the opportunity of making our contributions on the floor of the House. But we still respect that resolution. What we have done is to call on the House to add that the federal government should unbind the ban placed on Twitter in the interim, pending the interaction between the legislature and the executive.
A report just reaching us indicates that Judiciary Staff Union of Nigeria, JUSN, has called off its 2-month-old strike. The decision followed meeting between JUSN executive and the National Judicial Council. Details in our subsequent bulletin. You're still watching Trust TV News Updates. We'll continue after the break. Welcome back. Institution of Agricultural Research, Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria, is set to release a high-yielding variety of maize in 2022. The new variety, called Maize, is resistant to drought and insects. When released to the market, the variety will propel Nigeria to food sufficiency, and income of farmers will more than double. We have earlier spoken to Professor Rabiu Adamu, the lead researcher in the project. Let's join him. About the Maize, we hear it is drought and insect resistant according to your institute. Can you tell us more about the Maize?
Thank you, Madam. Maize is an intervention aimed at solving two major constraints out of four that militate against maize production and productivity in Nigeria. TELA is an acronym derived from a Latin word called tutela, which means total protection. So TELA is an intervention aimed at ameliorating the constraint posed by drought and insect pests, particularly stem borers and fall armyworm that affects maize yield. Those pests, the stem borers and fall armyworm, reduce maize yield by up to 40% in farmers' fields. That is a major reduction in yield farmers. So it affects farmers' yield and invariably affects the farmers' economy and it affects the nation's economy. So we are trying to breed maize that are resistant to those constraints, that is the drought and the fall armyworm and stem borers, which if we do so, it will reduce maize production deficit. Currently, Nigeria produces 12 million metric tons during the last rainy season. But Nigeria requires 18 million metric tons of maize to meet its national needs for maize. So we need to bridge that gap in the next 2 to 3 years.
Over time, Nigerians have allayed fears about genetically modified foods. Should we be worried about the TELA maize?
Can you take the question again?
Okay, over time, Nigerians have allayed fears with genetically modified foods. Should we be worried about the TELA maize?
Yeah, TELA maize it involves conventional and technically enhanced, that is the genetically enhanced maize. Nigerians that refers to grow improved maize varieties that are genetically modified. In Africa, in South Africa, and for the past 10 years, they have grown modified maize to ameliorate challenges posed by drought and stem borers and fall armyworm. Genetically modified solve some convention will take years for those materials that are resistant to those constraints. So genetically modified crops have been grown in the United States and African countries, and they have been proved to be safe for human, especially the Bacillus thuringiensis treated maize. These are free-living, non-harmful bacteria that is in the soils that is used in the technology. We have been consuming them such as the locally made is through using the Bacillus thuringiensis aided fermentation to produce those our seasoning that we have used in our houses. The dawa is we are used aided by the bacterium Bacillus thuringiensis. So, in essence, genetically modified maize that are resistant to fall armyworm are safe. They have been grown elsewhere in the world, and regulators and government health agencies have certified them as safe for human consumption.
All right, thank you so much. We thank you for your best. The lead researcher of the TELA maize project, Professor Adeniyi Adebayo. And now to security issues. Kaduna-based clergyman Ahmed Gumi and Pastor Yohana Buru believes dialogue is the magic wand the state needs to employ to end incessant killings, banditry and kidnappings. Soldiers on Monday repelled bandit attack along Kaduna Zaria Way, where 3 people died from the attack. Our correspondent tells us more.
Kidnapping for ransom is one of the terrified form of insecurity bedevil in the country. Kaduna State is not left out. as it has become one of the frontier states being faced by this menace. More so, 3 people have been confirmed dead by the State Commissioner for Internal Security and Home Affairs, Samuel Arwan, when Nigerian Army repelled bandits' attack on Kaduna Zaria Highway.
Afghanistan, 20 years. They hesitated Afghanistan. They didn't really want to war there. They never want to war. What did they end up? Going to Qatar or EU to discuss what? Dialogue.
1 or 2, 3 people, or up to 10. Then we say they're criminals, they're bandits. But this one, we found them in the forest, their families, their battalions, they are in groups. And what they told us, they're fighting injustice against them. What is the injustice? They say they are lynched by these NSAC vigilantes. They are profiled. One of them said, you cannot even ride a brand new motorcycle in the town and they will catch you. They see you have the physique of a Fulani. So this is stereotyping of Fulani.
The state has experienced a series of protests by various communities over incessant kidnapping in their area. Undeterred, they hope to see the end of this menace. Fatima Laden, Trust TV, Kaduna.
And on the foreign scene, United Nations Secretary-General Antonio Guterres is set for a second term in office after the UN Security Council's approval on Tuesday. The 72-year-old former Prime Minister of Portugal has been in office since 2017. Conflict resolution will be his top agenda. And that's a wrap on our Trust TV News updates. Don't forget to subscribe to all social media platforms. I am Martia Omar. Thank you for watching.